Everyone, this is Jaeger here with Rusher's Toys, and today we have our very first unboxing for the Jurassic World Rebirth toy line. We were able to acquire this at Walmart. They did put them out at our local Walmart early, so before the June 1st release date. I have to admit, already looking at this, I had to pick the T-Rex out. I picked up the T-Rex and the Utah Raptor to start. Those two figures really grabbed my attention. That Utah Raptor looks awesome too, but that'll be in a different review and unboxing. But I already have to tell you guys, looking at this, I think Mattel has already learned about their mistakes with the Dominion line, because these toys, just looking at the store shelf, the detail in them, the paint, the articulation, they're already better than the Dominion line. I can tell you guys that. I saw the Quetzalcoatlus there, and that has felt wings. I had no idea that they were even doing that. Nothing even advertised that, but it is 40, so I held off. But I'm going to be posting a short of another drop of the toys. But guys, this one here, this lab lockdown, this is one you have to lock down. This dinosaur here, just looking at it, super cool. I'm just going to bring the box up closer. The hardest thing is the paint and the detail. You can't, you know, my GoPro is not showing the best detail, but the simplicity of the box, like you can see, there is no electronic roar with this, but you know, for $29, it's one of those. So what we're gonna do is, you guys know, like, all we got to do is assemble the tail. We'll drop in there and do this. I think this T-Rex here, already looking at it, I can tell you guys, I think this is probably the best one that Mattel has put out yet. So they obviously must want you to destroy the box. Dang it. That's all right though. You know, like I said, I had to jump on this. They did have the Spinosaurus. They had the new villain, but I am staying away from that. Like, I grabbed a screenshot of it in the short, but I just didn't want to. Man, they really put that in there, guys. They really don't like you getting into these without having to destroy their beautiful box, you know. But let's do this. You know, this figure here is just, I just had to get the T-Rex. I'm always, as you guys can see in the background, T-Rex, you know. I need to get my Burger King watch display out from the Lost World so you guys can see that. So you can see the big T-Rex too. So all we've got to do is, let's get the tail out. And let's just set the box to the side. So should be the same principle. Snap it in. There we go. So this figure here, this T-Rex, they like changed the sculpt on. They made it more like muscular in a way, but when I saw it in the store, it grabbed your attention. This T-Rex here, I gotta tell you guys, one thing that I noticed, the teeth are way more razor blade looking. They're a soft texture, so each tooth is textured. It's so cool. It's not the cheap plastic. This just has so much detail. Like, when I looked at it, I was like, I'm not hesitating spending $29 on it, you know. This, I do think the lab lockdown T-Rex is going to be a harder figure to acquire. I do think that a lot of the collectors are going to be picking this up. I mean, it just is, like I said, they just like fixed everything that they did on Dominion's T-Rex and made it 10 times better. One thing that, like I said, I noticed in the stores, regarding these toys, the paint is so much better. The packaging is bright. It grabs your attention. You know, each toy is so unique that I was looking at, and I know people were watching me in the toy aisle like, what is he doing? Why is he filming that? And I was like, you guys got to see these toys. And so they came over there and started looking at them. It was really cool. But I'm going to grab the GoPro and show you guys really close up. You know, you can see, look at the individual detail on this. You know, like I said, there is no roaring function, but you can see like the teeth. Look at the teeth on that. Isn't that just so cool? And the sculpt on this guy just is, like I said, they've like fixed everything. And I think that I really hope, guys, that they do like a real feel one of this, because this T-Rex and this paint scheme just looks so cool. Like, I know that like I said, I think the 93 Classic is like the best one that they've done, but I honestly am leaning more towards this one. Mattel, I easily will give them a 10 out of 10 on this. I don't care that the front claws aren't painted, because, you know, like we've shown you guys from the 90s and all that. You know, I'm not going to knock them for that, but I love that you can move the head, you know, the tongue, the mouth. Like, this is just a mean T-Rex. And I love that it's just a simple action feature. There's not a lot of gimmicks. The mouth is super detailed. You know, this is just a really cool feature. You can't tilt the head up or go all the way down, but you can just see how cool this is. You know, of course the tail doesn't have paint on it. And like I said, you know what? We watch the movie when it comes out. Maybe the paint doesn't go all the way to the end of the tail. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But I love the fact that the legs aren't super big. You know, it's all proportioned just right. And I mean, what I will do with this is, guys, I will do a different video where we're going to compare this to a couple of the other T-Rexes. You guys let us know in the comments what specific T-Rexes you guys would like us to compare this to. We can do it with a Thrasher. We can do it with the Bull. We can do it with any of the Mattel ones as well. But I can tell you, already looking at it, just right there, look at the head difference between the Thrash and Devour and this one. I get that this one doesn't have like where you can shove the figure all the way in its mouth, but you can almost do that. I just think that this is the best sculpt. Like I said, I had to pick this up. I was just so excited. And Mattel, if any of you guys are watching this video, nice job. Great job. I really recommend this. I will easily give this guy 2 thumbs up and tell you guys, this is one definitely to add to your collection. This is probably the best T-Rex that Mattel has released, easily. I just think that the sculpt, everything screams that they've improved. You know, you look, you can have it stand up, and it just looks so cool. I get that it looks a little chunky on here, but I just think that, remember, this is not the same T-Rex. This is a new sculpt, and it just looks right. You know, you look at this, it looks so cool. And man, just overall, just looking at this, what I'm gonna do too is I will tell you guys, we're going to slowly be doing these unboxing videos for Jurassic World Rebirth. Make sure you check the comments, or the description, excuse me, and I'll be posting the links in there so you guys can acquire these. I know right now at this time, we were not even able to find these on the website. So Walmart shows that only certain products were in stock and it's only available in store. But they have the entire toy aisle set up. So there are a lot of the toys there. There were no action figures to go with this, or I would have picked up a couple to do with this. But at this time, like I said, go and check Walmart, see what they have. I know that I believe June 1st is the drop date. If it comes a little afterwards, you know that's just how retail is. But I will be posting links on there too. But you guys, make sure you guys subscribe to our channel. Keep following us. Leave those comments in there. We love responding to you guys and interacting with you all. You all have been nothing but amazing. And again, subscribe to our channel. Keep watching us for these unboxing reviews. Jurassic World Rebirth toys are incoming. And again, 10 out of 10 right here. This is one to add to your collection. I guess I should have ended with, there's a scan code too. I forgot, guys. The scan code. There you go. All right, everyone. Have a great day. Thank you.